Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Gab with Gail, where I'm highlighting the people that I think you guys need to know. And Vanessa, you need to know. So I met her through a chance meeting with the International Light Association, and we don't know each other because you guys are used to me interviewing people that I know, but she is amazing and you have to know her. She combines acupuncture and Lumilight system, the light pens I've talked about in the past with Julianne Bean, BioWell camera, the Monochord. She'll play a little bit for us during this 30 minutes we have together. She is absolutely amazing. And I think she takes all these teachings and tools and brings them together with her own personality. And I feel like we're so used to the Bruce Liptons and the Joe Dispenzas and the Jonathan Goldmans telling us the same thing over and over again, but we have taken their work to new levels. And what you guys need to know is Vanessa's in Florida, so womp for you people that can't go see her, but she does remote stuff and she's an accountant. Just like you guys know, I'm an engineer. She has that other aspect of her that's not all woo-woo. So welcome, Vanessa. So tell us how sound and light changed your life.
Well, first, I want to say thank you for inviting me to this interview. I really greatly appreciate that. Well, I can tell you that sound and light was just part of me. And even though I've had my accounting firm, I had it for a very long time, I always had that interest in the holistic field. So I always took different kind of courses. But I think what truly made a huge difference for me was when I worked with a woman who had breast cancer. And she would come to my house whenever it was on the weekend, of course, because I would work during the weekday. And I just would place my hands on her and around her, and I just would see light, and I would hear this beautiful sound. And I thought it was only me. I didn't have a lot of training back then. And so then I knew that she was going to pass away. So she called me on the day that she was almost leaving the planet. And she said, Vanessa, you have a gift. Because of the work that we did together, I know where I'm going. I could hear the angels sing. I could hear, this incredible sound, and I could see the portals of light. And I just want to say thank you, because I am going peacefully, and you showed me the way home.
Wow.
That totally changed my life.
You cry every day? Because I know I do.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's an honor to have helped her through that process, and to just surrender and just allowing for that to come through. And so that's how I really discovered sound and light. To later on find out that I work with a monochord, and that was the sound that I was hearing even before I knew what a monochord was.
Wow.
It took me actually a while when I started playing with it. And one day I just went back to that moment, and I realized, oh my God, the monochord and the sound and the light has always been in me. And so that was my journey, the beginning of my journey with working with sound and color.
I'm so impressed. And how lucky are we that we found our path in our journey, and we get to do this. How lucky are we? Well, let's ask you this question. What are some of your biggest challenges with your patients?
Well, the biggest challenges are that people tend to get very stuck in their ways, and they want to control. They have a hard time letting go and surrendering, because they want the pill that will cure things. When this work, all I am really is a vehicle, a bridge for their own healing. So part of the biggest challenge that I find is that people have to take responsibility for their lives, and that not me or you or a pill is going to fix them. So to me, is taking personal responsibility, allowing for the flow of the sound and the color to enter their consciousness, to enter their body, and and tap in to what they really need. So I think that's the biggest challenge, is that personal responsibility.
Yeah, people say, oh, I want a magic pill, but yet they don't realize that that blood pressure pill they took that was magic, they have to take the rest of their lives, and they don't look for the root cause. And I don't know what happened where they figured that was a magic pill. Yeah, it's magic, but it's still for the rest of your life. But then they're resistant to do more than 1 or 2 sessions with people like us. So I've heard you say 6 to 10 sessions. Why 6 to 10 sessions?
Because it's like polishing a diamond. Every one of us has that spark of light, the spark of the creator, just like every drop of the ocean has everything that the entire ocean has. So what happens is we are conditioned to think this way, to behave this way. And when I start working with patients, it takes time for them to process the sound and the color. It takes time for the brain to really allow the pathways to be open, so they can have the inspiration, so they can have the intuition and the connection, which is really the most important part of sound and color, is connecting to ourselves and connecting to the creator, so that they can tap into their intuition and to what is really right for them, because I don't have the answers. I'm just there to help them find their own answer.
Right. And each different color will open up a different pathway for releasing different traumas. And we have so much baggage as adults, where I find that children and pets or animals heal like that.
Yes, they
They
do.
only know love. And we're so skeptical. And what is this person doing? What's going to happen? So I always say 3 to 10 sessions. So I thought it was interesting, because I think you're right. I think you're more correct that it's 6 to 10 or more, depending on how chronic it is, how long you've had it, because people don't understand. You're not going to run around the block if you're going to train for a marathon. You need to train and, run and train and run before you can run that. What is it, 26 miles or something like that? So it's in training the body. It's rebooting the body. It's bringing order to the disorder that you've created all these years of, bad eating, bad choices, bad thinking, the whole mind, body, spirit, right?
Correct. I mean, look, we are an image of the earth. The earth has an electromagnetic field that protects us, right, from things coming from out of space. We are made in that image. And when that energy field is affected by the foods we eat, the thoughts we think, and the environment itself, it takes time for that energy field to build itself, to regain that balance and that harmony that we need to walk through in life.
So beautiful. You're so right. Oh my gosh. Well, with all the fear that people are living in right now, I'm trying to sprinkle glitter of love everywhere. And you know how hard it is to get rid of glitter. So what are some things that people can do now to support the journey and the craziness that we're going through?
First, turn off the news.
Amen.
Turn off the TV and tap into yourself. You don't have to do anything outrageous. Just using your voice. Look, I don't have the most beautiful voice. At least I don't think so at all. And every morning, my morning routine is to tone. And of course, I have my monochords, but you don't even need that. So tuning in to your voice. And also, I like to work with color and different color different ways of working with color, which one of them is with mandalas. And so I usually will tone and then look into the color mandalas, or just pick one color, whatever calls your attention, because subconsciously we are attracted to what we need. So just a simple thing of just toning, whatever it is that that calls you to do, is because there's an innate intelligence in us. And what sound is doing is vibrating your cells, vibrating your brain, And it's like the most incredible high that you can get just by your own voice. And also, as you vibrate your body, wherever there's stuck emotions, they begin to, to release. As a matter of fact, if you do toning for 5 to 10 minutes, at the end, you create a space of silence to just be with that vibration, and you will feel it moving through your body, or wherever you have pain, that's where the sound is going to go. So that's a simple daily routine, and just focusing on love and joy. And, like I said, turn the TV off, put on music, dance, move, do something that sparks joy, creativity, intuition, and the connection to love. Again, also, I think being in nature is extremely helpful. I live by the ocean, so that's that's my place to go to. But if you live in the forest, in the mountains, nature is everywhere. There's no excuse. Even if you live in the middle of downtown in New York, there's trees that you can connect to. So
Agree 1,000%. You said so many things I wanted to comment on, but I was trying to listen. So, but yeah, where our awareness goes, energy flows. People are really attracted to what I'm finding is the colors now, the greens. I see you're wearing green today. I have black on, but it's got all colors on my shirt. So I try not to wear black too much. And people are really attracted to the greens, the blues, the purples, the very calming colors right now I'm noticing. So we use a lot of those with the harmonic egg. Do you have have your patients noticed a favorite color these days with this craziness?
absolutely, green is the color that most people are going to, because there's a lot of anger also out there. And so in Chinese medicine, green is connected to the liver. The liver holds, frustration and anger. So I tend to see most of my patients going for the green. And I also advise them to eat a lot of green vegetables. The more bitter they are, the better it is for the liver. So because we are, we exist in different, we're emotional, we have the emotional body, the spiritual, the mental, and the physical. So we got to take care of everything. I would never say that sound and color is the answer to everything. Absolutely not. There's a place for everything, including allopathic medicine. When, if I need something, I will go to a doctor. But taking responsibility of, eating the right foods, and also using color in the foods in your food choice.
Absolutely. You said something, what was I going to say about that? Yes, if I'm going to break my leg, I'm going to the doctor, but then I'm going to go use sound and color to help heal that bone and get my body back in balance and find out what was that message from my body that I broke my left ankle and not my right, or my shoulder, or my rib, or, what was that message? I constantly am looking up messages from the body to try to figure out what is going on with, my body. That's brilliant. And then yes, more greens, green foods, the bitter foods for the liver, detoxing the heavy metals, pulling heavy metals out of the body with the dark leafy greens. That's great advice. What about foods to stay away from right now?
Oh my gosh, dairy, wheat. I would even say eggs, to try to stay away from eggs. And of course, fried foods, and, sugar. That's the number one, sugar.
All right. So why eggs? Do you follow, a certain program for eggs to not be the best thing right now?
I'll tell you from a very personal experience, my cholesterol was a little high. And within 2 months of making a huge dramatic change in my diet with 0 eggs, my cholesterol dropped 51 points.
Wow. Yeah, because we're all different galactic beings. I noticed I followed the medical medium diet for a while with Anthony William, and took eggs out of my diet for a very long time. But then I felt like I depleted myself of the B12. So there was that balance for me as an O blood type, trying to figure out what is that balance for me. Very
Right.
interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, I was a vegetarian for a very, very long time, 25 years. And
Wow.
now I do eat some fish and chicken. And I do eat eggs every once in a while.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was, anyway,
Well,
nutrition
that's great
is
advice.
key.
Because what I'm also seeing is we do know that eggs will grow. They use eggs in the labs to help grow viruses and stuff. So I'm finding that people with this emotionally activated viral loads of Lyme disease and Epstein-Barr, the eggs are not the best thing for them right now. So it's that's why when you said that, I just snapped to all the reasons why I've told people not to do eggs and dairy.
Yeah.
But
Also, positive attitude is key with everything. Whatever, I think right now is a time where we are being put to the test. We're being challenged to our core. And this is now, what are you made of? Are you going to go into fear, or are you going to go into love? Are you going to be exposing yourself to all the craziness out there, or are you going to go within? And this is where sound and color, it plays a crucial role, because it allows for that space to know truly yourself, to experience your essence with nobody else guiding you but you and your connection to the creator.
we had a psychic lady say that the harmonic egg helps people connect more to their higher self, to their creator, to the source. And we need people right now to know who they are, to stay out of fear, to help contribute to that positive energy of the planet. We need to raise, everybody's saying, raise the vibration of the planet. I met a gentleman at the UPS store yesterday, and he said, everybody's talking about raising your vibration. What does that mean? And it was really cute that he was actually asking about it. So I explained it to him, and just really fun conversation. And so we need you right now. We need you to turn off the TV. We need you to stop watching the narrative. We need you to raise the vibration. And I've noticed a lot of people saying adios. They're checking out. They are leaving the planet because they don't want to do it. They don't want to do the work. And that is okay, because we love them anyway for the choices that they're making in their journey.
Correct. Right. And that's key also, to be in non-judgment, because if somebody chooses not to do that, because look, I walk in both worlds. I'm a CPA, certified public accountant, and I do taxes, and I go to an office and I see that density in the way of thinking. And it is a challenge. Even, I mean, for me, it's a challenge to walk every day, to be in the flow of, of the creator, to be in the flow of love. It's easy to get, to get out of it right away, but your daily routine makes a huge difference.
Right. Well, it was cute. And this is probably non-politically correct to talk about, but he told me he was vaccinated because his wife nagged him to get it because he had a open heart surgery. And I openly told him that, I know that the jab will attack inflammation in the body. And I have, a lot of stress, and stress causes inflammation. So I'm choosing not to get it. We shook hands. We had a beautiful conversation. There was no judgment. It was such a beautiful exchange that I knew that the universe was showing me that we have hope. We're not going to be divided forever. Mask, no mask, vaccine, no vaccine. We all are source energy. We're all from one creator, whatever creator you believe that is. And I just love that interaction that the universe showed me yesterday.
Yeah, it's key to be in non-judgment. I mean, if you choose to do it or not, it's your choice.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, what do you think about this 5G and protecting ourselves? A lot of people are living in fear.
Yeah.
And, we adapted our bodies to 2G, to 3G, to 4G. Now we're into 5G. And people say, well, it's different. Are we going to adapt?
So this is my personal belief, of course, that look, you can take precautions, turn off your internet at night. But look, if you live in a building like I do, I have all the 5G around me. I don't focus on it anymore. At the beginning, I went into a little bit of fear because of the stuff that was coming out. And I thought to myself, you know what? When you are tapped in, really tapped into the creator, there's nothing impossible. There is no fear. I believe that we will evolve to withstand whatever is there. And if it's meant for you to go, I believe also when it's my time, it's my time, you know? So I don't go into the fear of the 5G anymore. And what I do, like I said, I turn off the internet at night. I keep my phone away as much as I can. And then I tap into nature. I go and I do some grounding, some earthing, or I go in the ocean a lot. So that to me is non-existent non-existent in my life anymore. That fear of this 5G. Focus on love. Focus on, we are made in the image of the creator, which means there's so much potential inside of us. We have so many gifts. Focus on opening up your gifts. And who knows, maybe you become this beautiful light that nothing can touch it. I don't know. That's just my belief. That's how I feel like.
100% on the same page. Do grounding, stay in a high vibrations, love heals all. And I've actually taken, my boyfriend is very creative engineer type, mechanical, electrical engineer, and he grounded my TV and my EMF detector. The TV was over 500 on the meter. And when he just took a simple alligator clip, plugged it into ground, checked to make sure my house was grounded properly, it went to 0.
Wow.
Like 50 cents, right? He bought a plug, a piece of wire, a metal alligator clip, grounded it. And so, grounding I think is important, and keeping your phone away from you, having technology free days if you can. Some people can't, as you know, you're in 2 businesses. So, well, I know we're running out of time. Can you play for us for a little bit?
So,
how exciting.
This is one of my favorite. I'm going to lower the camera a little bit so you can see. Let's see. I take this Monolina to the hospital to assist people in the death process, because the repetitive motion of the sound begins to create this harmonics. People usually go into a different state, from alpha to beta to theta. And sound gives birth to light. And the portals of light open at the time of death, at the time of transition. So, let me see if I can lower it a little. And that is the sound of the monochord.
I want one. Are they easy to play? It looked like you were just intuitively playing it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not a musician at all. And I know my musician friends say, don't say that anymore. You're a musician. But I just played it intuitively. And I bought it, or I ordered it from a company called Fieldtone from Germany. And I got the monochord bed and I started to play with it. And by the time the maker of the monochord bed came to Florida, because I hosted him for a seminar, it's like I knew. I knew everything that they were talking about, because it is the sound that teaches you when you allow yourself to open up to sound. It just guides you because it is tapping into you. So you become one with the monochord or with the instrument that you play. And the most important thing is whatever opens your heart, whatever instrument it is. For me, it's the monochord because it's very angelic. And it just came to me. I wasn't even looking for it. And like I said at the beginning of the interview, it was the sound that I would hear before I had any training. When I would put my hands on that lady, this sound of angelic voices would come. And this is what the monochord sounds, because of the overtones. They sound like angels singing. So
I love it. And like you said too earlier, before we recorded, think of heart strings. So string instruments will affect the heart, obviously. And I've learned the crown chakra opening up different, areas of the brain. So beautiful, beautiful. How do people find out more about you?
Oh, okay. So you can go to my website, which is www.soundandcoloracupuncture.com, all together.
We'll put that on there too so people can see it.
All right. And
Because a
that,
lot of times they spell acupuncture wrong. So we'll
I know.
Well, I don't know you. I absolutely love you already. I will be in Florida 4 times, I think, in 2022 for bringing eggs there. So maybe we'll run into each other.
Oh,
It'll be West Palm, Fort Myers, Key West, and Sarasota.
perfect. I'm close to West Palm Beach, so I'm sure.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I know you're busy. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to meet you soon.
Thank you. Me too. I look forward to it. And thank you again for having me on your
You're
show.
so welcome. Thank you.
All right. Bye.